has always had an impact in our lives throughout the ages. As advancement progresses, the human race has been on a never-ending quest to search for ways to make life easier. But before we delve deeper into the topic, let us first go back and see how our lives were before technology. Before the advent of modern technology, life was boarding sand and everyday chores consumed too much of our time. The non-existence of technology has hampered our ability to easily communicate with our families or friends that live far away. It was a struggle to connect with them as we still needed to walk to a post office to send a handwritten note that could take days or months before the recipient would be able to receive it and reply. Before we enjoyed using sharp knives, our ancestors used stone to cut things. They used to live in caves, trees, and build houses out of coconut leaf. Back in the days, they didn't have enough electricity to power the entire city. They are primarily dependent on the light of the moon. They had to ask someone or find a paper map if they needed directions. Life during the age of sail was full of circumstances. Sailors had to deal with cramped and atmospheric conditions. There are no instrumentalities that might detect, defer, track, and measure typhoons and other calamities. To survive, our early ancestors had to seek out some way to create food that would last through the cold and hot seasons. In frozen climates, they froze meat on the ice. In tropical climates, they dried foods in the sun. The means of transportation before was through the use of either horse or caravels for riding and walking by land, and ordinary boats made out of logs for sailing by sea. Previously, the healthcare system was deplorable and relied solely on superstitious findings to cure illnesses. The source of information before, according to the ancients of Mesopotamia, was through the carvings of words and clay tablets. Imagine having those books filed in the library and bringing them wherever you go. It could take up your whole energy.
As time passes by, today's society has slowed down on a myth of comfort. It is a myth that resulted from our historical endeavors, promising everything at our fingertips. Simple, relaxed, and steady. If we crave something, we look for it and get it in a snap of time. The invention of the internet, cell phones, computers, electricity, airplanes, televisions, batteries, and a lot of modern things that are present in our time contributed to humankind's big change in their lives. People are now living in concrete houses with their materials being processed by advanced machines. We have different agencies that monitor our weather forecast using advanced instrumentalities. We now have GPS and Google Maps that help us locate any direction that we want to go in. Technology has given us benefits that make our lives more productive and less stressful. The impact of technology has helped us to preserve our past, enabling us to study their occurrences, which is useful to prevent any instances of the same fate. We were able to save thousands of lives through the intervention of technology in our medical and transportation fields. The sustainability of our food has lasted for years. We were able to capture phenomenal cases, undocumented wars that are written in our history books today and posted online. We were able to discover a lot of things and explore things that are still undiscovered. The world has become smaller and closer. In simple terms, we now prosper in a connected world and the usage continues to grow. Countries are interconnected with each other. Trading of goods drastically changed at a faster rate. The exchange of information is easier and more accessible. We have Netflix, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and others that we have utilized to ease our boredom from the recent pandemic. In today's generation, our educational institutions incorporated technology into their learning materials, which is timely and significant. It enables our teachers to improve their instruction methods and personal learnings, hence increasing their productivity and efficiency as instructors. Through these advanced tools, exciting activities are being provided by our teachers.
What we used to live by is progressive in character and advancement in technological aspects and the use of modern inventions has furthered the adaptation of the way the community deals with undertakings. It is not stagnant and constantly changes over time. Maybe in the future, we will no longer use cars on land. We may see cars flying in space. We may be able to travel back in time. We might travel to different dimensions and be invisible. Technology could make us immortal. We could make things that were impossible before possible in the future.